This video is sponsored by Rushdown Revolt. However, they have allowed for me to give this game an honest review, so when discussing the things I like and dislike, believe me when I say I genuinely mean it. So after you watch this video, you can try out Rushdown Revolt yourself for free right now until July 4th. You can also get full access to the closed alpha, limited time cosmetics, and all future DLC characters for just $19.99. This will greatly support development, so if you like this game, consider it. Now, onto the video. You ever go to a new restaurant and order food there, and while eating it, it reminds you of a different restaurant that's just a little bit better? Their burgers are the same, but just lack some sauce or something. It's not bad, it's just not unique enough. So the manager of this restaurant sees that people aren't staying. So the restaurant closes, a new manager buys it, changing the menu for the better and adding his secret sauce on all of the menu items. You come back and are satisfied with the burger this time. Now, imagine the original restaurant is Icon's Combat Arena, the restaurant that it tried to be like was Melee, and the new restaurant is Rushdown Revolt. And the secret sauce? We'll get there. Allow me to explain. Rushdown Revolt is a platform fighting game developed by Vortex Games. Some of you may recognize these characters from Icon's Combat Arena, a game I've covered twice now. Well, there's a reason why they look the same. After Icon's Combat Arena shut down, Vortex Games decided to buy the entirety of the assets and the rights to the characters to develop their own game from the ground up. So although they may look the same, they are very different for a few big reasons. For starters, the characters have really unique designs now. They are no longer just clones of Melee's Fox, Falcon, and Marth. All these characters have new movesets that are very refreshing. And the game just plays differently from other platform fighters for a couple big reasons. First of all, you have a health bar instead of a percentage. And once it's depleted, you'll be in kill range and most hits will kill you from powerful punches to light jabs. Shielding is only one-sided, so it's less of a safe option, making the game more aggressive. And lastly, there's new mechanics called Spark and Rush, which allow for you to move rapidly between successful hits, allowing for insane combos from every character. It's like Smash 4 Bayonetta, only everyone can do it, which to some Smash 4 veterans may sound traumatizing. But it's not as broken as it sounds. Like Syndrome said, if everyone's super, no one is. So while the skill ceiling for this game is very high, there is a lot to still do for noobs just trying to learn and have a good time. Casual fans can turn on electrified walls that won't allow for you to fall off the map to your death, so the only way you can be knocked out is to be actually attacked. It's kind of like adding bumpers in bowling. This also makes for some dynamic 4-player free-for-alls, but there are a ton of other modes like Big Head Mode or Frenzy, which are really fun ways to play this game if you don't want to be all competitive. But of course, if you're really into competitive fighting games, this might be your cup of tea. From the map design to the Spark and Rush mechanic, you will find yourself wanting to just combo people all day, and getting good at it is so satisfying. So there is something to love for noobs and pros alike, especially the cast isn't too big yet, and with DLC coming down the line, there's someone to love for everybody. Urda is a grappler who specializes in grappling. She's like a WWE wrestler in this game. Ashani is a fast-paced brawler with explosive attacks. Her redesign from Icon's Combat Arena is easily my favorite, and her kit feels completely different than her previous rendition that borrowed heavily from Captain Falcon. Kid used to be a Fox clone, but now feels like his own thing with a flamethrower and a jetpack. I guess you could say he's the GOAT. Zurong also used to be a Marth clone, but her special moves now change depending on her form, making her way more interesting. Afi and Galu are so fun, with the ability to swap mid-combo being very tricky to master, but so unique and cool. I genuinely love the design. Wei Shan is a ranged fighter, like a heavy sword fighter who can do some insane combos while being pretty beginner-friendly, honestly. Ezzy is a witch with projectiles and a bunch of zoning tools, so for fans of zoners, you're probably going to want to use her. Seth is a mix between Wei Shan and Ashani, with a ton of raw power and range. As the most recent addition, he's a lot of fun. And lastly, we have Raymer. And let's be honest, this is the best character in this game, at least design-wise. Heavily inspired by Cowboy Bebop, even voiced by Spike Spiegel himself, Raymer is a space cowboy with awesome projectiles and great range. Don't be surprised when you play this game and end up finding a bunch of different Raymer players. He's just dope as hell. With a wide variety of maps, some made for competitive 1v1s and others just made for goofing around, Rushdown Revolt is looking like a potential competitor in the platform fighter genre, right? Well, let's talk about it. The characters all feel wholly unique with their own personalities, with my personal favorites being Afiangalu, Ashani, and of course, Raymer. The maps also feel really great, especially the ones made for 1v1. The amount of customization for custom games is awesome, and the online multiplayer isn't as janky as other games like, there's even an input lag setting, and the worst setting is Smash Ultimate. The cosmetics in this game are also pretty nice, although I would maybe like more music. The current one in the menu gets old pretty quickly. The actual gameplay is solid and can be really satisfying when landing sweet KOs or combos. The rush and spark mechanic is incredibly complex, but easy to use. It might make this game initially unfriendly to noobs, but like any game, you have to practice to get better with it, and it's very intuitive once you get the hang of it. And when you see actual gamers using it in action, it's pretty wild.
Okay, that's good. That's good. It's enough slices!
And shout out to Djokovic for allowing me to watch him just demolish me and stuff. Check him out, he's pretty good at this game. The main aesthetic isn't very polished. I know the game is from an indie developer, but there's something unfinished about the textures and the backgrounds. This doesn't affect gameplay, but it makes it a little bit boring to look at, especially as a spectator. The victory screen is underwhelming.
Player 1 wins.
Wait, that's it? After going insane in the membrane with combos, you'd want more oomph for your win. The voice lines leave a lot to be desired. Hearing the same noises for every move on a character isn't a pleasant sound after a while. And the UI is very meh. It gets the job done, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really pop. And since this game is not going to be free to play when it officially launches, it's going to be somewhere near $20 to $30, I don't know if it really earns its price point with the way it looks and feels at the moment. All of these things can easily be fixed, so I'm not going to knock it too much for this, but they're legitimate issues I personally have with this game. Rushdown Revolt is a fun platform fighter that has a bit of Smash and traditional fighting games mixed into each other for an overall enjoyable experience. There is a lot that can be improved upon, but since it's in its alpha version, it can only get better from here. And we have seen devs pull that off with enough time and support from fans. So I'll be giving Rushdown Revolt a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely an improvement to its predecessor, but it still needs a bit more work to start becoming something incredible. But what do you think? Have you played Rushdown Revolt? If so, what's your favorite character? Let me know in the comments down below. Once again, thank you so much to Rushdown Revolt for sponsoring this video and allowing for me to be genuinely honest about how I feel about this game. But anyway, all that talk earlier about burgers has gotten me hungry, so I'll catch you later. Ya noob!